Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2016 Subaru Forester and I want to walk through how to install Roadmaster's battery charge line kit. Battery charge line kit is designed to trickle charge your battery while the vehicle is being flat towed behind a motorhome. It's a very simple and easy way to keep your battery charged so that while you're traveling, if you're traveling long ways, maybe you're on an 8-hour trip, 16-hour trip, a couple days even, it's a nice way to keep your battery charged so when you get to wherever you're going, you know you can get in your vehicle and drive it to go out, go to the store, go wherever you need to go. We're not going to be relying on someone else to have to jump start us once we get there because we're surprised that our vehicle won't start. The installation for the charge line kit is very, very simple. What I will say is if you're doing a flat tow setup on your vehicle and you don't have a charge line kit included in your install, make sure you include the battery charge line kit. I recommend that for any flat tow that we put on. If you're doing a flat tow by yourself at home, highly recommend including the battery charge line. Cheap, easy way to keep your battery charged so when you get where you're going, your car's going to be ready to go. First thing we need to do is we need to determine where we're going to mount our circuit breaker. We want to make sure wherever you mount it that any metal part on the hood is not going to touch the prongs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it right here. I know it's going to sit lower than this, so I know my hood's not going to mess with it or not going to touch it. It's going to come with two self-tappers. We're going to have a roll of red wire. We're going to cut one end to go from the silver post to the positive side of the battery. The other end's going to go from the copper post down to our 6-pole plug. I'm going to write this around. Strip back both ends. We're going to add a small ring terminal on one end. Larger ring terminal on the other. And we'll add that on our copper post. I'm just going to leave that laid just like that for now. We'll make that connection to the battery after we get our other wire ran down and connected to our 6-pole plug. Now we're going to strip back this end, or one end of our remaining wire. We're going to add on the other small ring terminal. Add it onto the copper post. Then we need to route this down behind the fascia. I routed the red wire. I just followed the wires from the braking system and the diode kit straight down behind the fascia, and you look straight down here, you can see where all the wires are running. I just used up the wires to run my red one. Now I'm going to come down, I'm going to remove my 6-pole plug on the front of my vehicle. What we need to do is we're going to route that red wire right to that center pin. We need to get this down through here. Leave me a little bit extra in there so I can get it zip tied up. Put it back. Strip it. You can use a Phillips or a flathead. I find that the Phillips kind of strip those small bolts out a little bit. I would not suggest taking those out all the way because they are very small and you will lose them. Now what I want to do is, because we have that charge line in there, and you really should do this whether you have the charge line in there or not, is we want to fill the inside of this either with some silicone, dielectric grease. If they touch each other, you're going to short something out. So we need to make sure we fill in between all of those. Now we'll reinstall the boot. Take some electrical tape. We're going to tape from the edge of the boot onto the plug all the way down over our wires. Once you get your wires ran, get your wire connected to your 6-pole plug, you can reinstall your 6-pole plug. Take a 3/8 socket or wrench, and you're going to tighten those 2 nuts down. Then we can connect to our battery. Once we get it connected to the battery, take a test light. You're going to touch that center pin. You can see we have power. So now we know our battery is going to be charged while we're pulling it behind our motorhome. Once you've got everything connected, you've tested it out, you know everything's working correctly, you're ready to go. It's going to do it for a look at installation on Roadmaster's battery charge line kit on a 2016 Subaru Forester.